Hello, everybody. This is SUMO. This is the 18th of January 2016, and this is the community meeting. Today, we're in a very, very small group because it's a special meeting. We didn't tell anybody else about this meeting, so it's just the three of us. We're just like, no, there's no meeting. But no, actually, no. Today is simply Martin Luther King Day in the US. Some Canadians took a day off as well, so it's mostly us here Europeans. And we are going to walk you through our agenda, which is fairly short today because we are missing Kadir as well. If you have any particular questions, we're actually going to be paying loads of attention to IRC. So to anybody who's watching as an IRC today but not participating live in the video meeting, do let us know if you have any questions. And yeah. Let's start with the agenda. And, well, okay, traditionally, before we start, does anybody present here have anything super big to announce? Like, I'm going to the moon, or I'm flying to Mars, or, I don't know. No SpaceX offers in your way? Okay.
Staying grounded.
Okay, cool. So let's move on then. 4 contributors of the week. Oh, yeah, sorry, we didn't have any action items from last week, that's the thing. And then 4 contributors of the week, I would like to nominate Safwan for his hidden and covert work on a cool feature that I think a lot of localizers are going to really enjoy once it's out there. It's being still tested, and we're making sure it's going to work. And Safwan has been doing an awesome ton of great work, and putting a feature for draft saving simply into the workflow for Elton. It's probably going to spill over to KB editing as well. We'll see how this works. But for now, as I said, this is still in the works. Thank you so much, Safwan. You're doing an amazing job. I mean, you know, this, like, without you, we would be probably like in the backlog 15 levels lower than we are. So that's my nomination. If anybody has any nominations, again, feel free to add them later on after the meeting as well. We're going to mention those people on the blog on Friday, as usual. For the SUMO development updates, I think the only thing we can say for now and for sure is that the next development meeting is on Thursday. So I'm going to add a note about this later on. And the Thursday meeting is, of course, going to happen at the usual time. So just like our meeting right now, at 6, the local time for us, and of course all the other times you will find in the Etherpad, which is going to be linked from here. And Tons is actually saying that he's pregnant. Okay, that's a rumor. Okay, fair enough. Congratulations, Tons. Indeed. Now it's on video. Now you cannot fake it anymore. That's it. We're gonna be waiting. Hopefully it's a girl. So anyway.
And it is recorded, so there's no going back.
I know. That's the thing. Like, you know, I even have a little dog here that's going to, you know, okay, it's for real. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna make him up at Chilfing one of those weeks. Firefox desktop. Madalena, was that you adding this? Was that you, Philip? Was that?
I was adding it, but update on the schedule.
Yeah, everything is.
So next week we're going to release, and maybe. I'm not sure. Mark, is he coming back tomorrow? That's normal. Maybe he could do a better forum and having all the nice new stuff. I think Roland already did a 44, Firefox 44, right? For Android. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe we can get one for that stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking actually one thing that we could do is we can simply add a link, just a kind of a standing link to the notes where people can click and check the release status. Like, there's release notes always, there's always the thread and so on, and there's also externally, like outside of SUMO in a way, like there's places where you can check what's going on with the Firefox calendar and so on. So we'll definitely try to figure out how to add this so that people have just a one-click solution for this. Other than that, we don't have many updates from anybody else because, like I said, not that many people are available today. Plus, there hasn't been that much happening. It's the beginning of the year, so it's usually fairly slow, which is okay. We have enough time to plan properly and to communicate with you and so on. For Elton, I actually wanted to share with you results of the survey that I sent recently out, well, 2 weeks ago now. To quite a lot of people, and some of the people who were not supposed to get it, but they still got it. And thank you very much for being understanding that I kind of clicked too many buttons there. But I sent a survey out to people who contributed only a few revisions, like a handful of revisions, some of them only one revision in the last year. And I just wanted to ask them why exactly they stopped localizing. I gave them some reason. There was also a category called other, and I'm not going to quote all the other answers here from the other category because there's a lot of different ones. So I'm going to I'm going to share this in the forum with everybody as well, and then we're going to discuss it a bit more. But in general, I'm happy to report, well, I mean, I'm not happy to report that people were dropping out of SUMO, but I'm happy to report that the biggest reasons for people are simply they didn't have the time to do it. And I think that's a fair way of putting it, and it's good to know that people are simply sometimes not coming back because they're just busy, which is normal. I mean, what you're doing for SUMO, what you're doing for LTN here at SUMO, is all your time that you just offer us and your help and your skills. So we all really appreciate that, definitely. And if you don't just have the time for that, that's perfectly okay. That's totally understandable. And it's good to know that you actually have busy lives. That's good. There were also, so that was actually the majority of people saying this. Also, some people said that they had other reasons, and that's like 1/4 of the people who responded. But as I said, the other reasons are many and numerous, so sometimes they're just bigger explanations of people not having time, for example. However, the next two things are, the next three things actually are what are more interesting to me, because this is something that we could do something about in a way. We cannot give you more time, unfortunately, and the other reasons I'm going to still investigate and narrow down to kind of bigger categories if they fit. But 1/5 of the people who responded did not know what to do after their first contribution. And I think this is a big thing that definitely we should address, because if every 5th person just does one revision and then just goes like, I don't know, I should just drop out, maybe. I don't know what to do next. Like, okay, I did this thing and I'm waiting and nothing's happening and so on. This is really a lot of people's energy and time invested into something that they only did once. And I think if we are going to get a bit better at following up with those people and just saying, hey, you contributed, this is awesome, we just published this, great, here it is, take a look, why don't you take a look at another article that maybe could use your help in your language. If we do a better job at that somehow, and this is something I'm going to discuss with Kadir, we're going to talk about, I'm going to ask the LTN people in general, like how do they work with people who contribute for the first time and then kind of drop off. So just to see what we can do to address this and how we can use our system to our advantage to actually decrease that number. Other people, so 17% of the people responding said that, okay, they just moved on because they decided to help Mozilla in other ways. And I think this is great. This is really, really cool. I hope some of them decide to come back to SUMO at some point, not only for LTN, just like to hang out, maybe answer a few tweets or something and just kind of be cool. But again, it's good to know that almost 1/5 of the people who responded to this survey, because it's not representative of all the people. I think I sent the survey to hundreds of people. So 142 responses is quite a lot. But quite a few of the people moved on to different places at Mozilla and kept contributing, which is really cool. 10% of the people who dropped out got bored with localizing. And I can totally understand that. Again, the question here is, how do we make this less boring? Or not really boring, but how do we make it maybe less tedious? Or how do we make it funnier or more exciting or more entertaining or faster? So this is not a huge issue. Like, we don't have 99% of the people saying it was boring, which is good. However, this is still something that would be good to address, but it's going to be way lower on the priority list for figuring out what to do with this. And a marginal fraction of people did not like the tools or did not get help from other people. To be honest, the 4% of the people who said that they didn't get help from other people, it's sad that the number is there, but on the other hand, it's great that it's so low. I mean, you know, if that was over 30%, if it was over 50%, I would be really, really worried, and I would be kind of confused, because we're trying to get the people connected with the communities and the localizers and everybody else. And around 3% of the people decided that it was a bit harder than they thought it would be. And again, this is something totally understandable, because you're like, oh, I'm just going to translate one sentence into another, like into my own language, and that's going to be easy. And yes, it is, but then you get into the land of all the conditions and all the display options and, you know, all the force and all the different formatting things and so on, so on. And then you may actually start not really liking that. So that's totally understandable. Yeah, it's good to know that people still find it hard, but it's great to know that it's a small number of people. So that's the survey. As I said, I'm going to share it in the forum, and I'm going to discuss with Kadir mostly, but not only, what we could do with Kitsune to actually address the biggest issue here. I think is the people not knowing what to do after their first contribution. We'll have to figure out some system for that. I'm just going to take a very quick break while I hand it over to Madalena to take a look at IRC, because maybe there's some comments here. No.
No.
No. Okay, so Madalena, over to you.
All right. Hi, everybody. So there are no major updates for the forum, but I want to talk a bit about what's going on with social. So the social program in SUMO has always been and will still be Army of Awesome, but I have talked about this a bit last year as well, that we're working with the social team to actually expand that program to other channels. So this is still taking place, and we are now at a whole new stage of the program. And what's happening is that we're actually expanding the social support beyond AOA, and we will be taking care of all Mozilla social accounts, which is pretty cool and pretty awesome. This is being done in collaboration with Liz from the social team. Some of you might know her. And we had the kickoff meeting last week with a few people that are interested in helping out. So if you are interested in helping out on Twitter and Facebook, we're covering both, and you want to expand your reach beyond Army of Awesome, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to give you more details, and I hope I will have something that is a bit more detailed soon that I'll post on the forums. Because we're still working out like the details, how is this exactly going to work, because there's a different tool that is being used besides Army of Awesome, and we need to do some training on onboarding there. So yeah, if anybody's interested in doing support on Facebook and Twitter, do let me know, and we'll figure something out. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thank you, Madalena. Do we have any questions? No, I'm joking. There's only the three of us, so if we have questions, it's easy to handle. I'm trying to figure out if anything on IRC is there, like happening any questions or anything like that. But nope. So yeah, moving over to the community side of things, two things. First of all, if you're going to FOSDEM by any means, let us know, let me know. I'm going to be at FOSDEM in 2 weeks' time, and if you want to meet, that would be great. So yeah, FOSDEM Ahoy in Brussels in 2 weeks. There's going to be a Mozilla room there, as usual, a Mozilla dev room, and there's going to be presentations. I'm going to be talking about Kitsune, and trying to find more people who will actually help us make the platform better. So that's going to happen, as I said, in 2 weeks, and I'm looking forward to meeting some of you there, or meeting new people, and giving away loads of sumo-related business cards and whatnot. And tomorrow we are going to meet with Lucy from the, I think from the reps team, yes, like, and we're going to talk about NDA. So we don't have any details yet, but we're going to talk about generally, I guess it's going to be about getting all our contributors who have been around for a longer while under NDA and how to get it properly done. And I think there has been an initiative by the participation team to actually have a proper tool for NDAing people. So just simply if somebody wants to be under NDA, there's going to be a proper process for this. Yeah, so that's about the community part. And I think we're at the bottom of the agenda.
Just to jump in, they're actually looking to reshape how NDAs are done. Updates soon on that.
Thank you, Custom Slayer. Perfect. Okay, so now you got it straight from the underground source that's staying invisible. Perfect. Okay, so unless we have anything else to add, unless anybody has anything else to add, I think we can call it quits on the meeting. And just one thing, this weekend I'm going to, this week, I'm going to be off part of Friday and the upcoming Monday as well. I'm not going to be there for some of it. So that's about it. But other than that, I'm available. I have a lot of backlog in my email. I'm sorry for that, but I was busy with other things. And all the messages that you send my way, they are in my inbox and they're waiting to be responded to. So I'm really sorry to all those people for not responding, and I apologize to everybody who's waiting for an email from me, but you will get an email soon, or a PM or anything else. It just, all of you sent a lot of stuff at the same time, and I'm like, but it's gonna happen. Don't worry.
Yeah, as I was telling Saburo today, we're basically right now, we're just out of the holidays craziness, and I think things are getting slowly back to normal. So if there are things that we haven't replied to, or emails or PMs, please be patient, or just if it's super urgent, just ping it again, because I think that's easier.
Or you just spam Sabrina or me.
Yeah.
Indeed. Okay, last one look at IRC. Not much happening there, but thank you to everybody watching us. And I'm giving everybody 20 awkward seconds to think about adding anything else to the agenda, or shouting like, by the way, I know how to turn lead into gold, mohaha, and then you can disappear or something. I don't know. Or I have discovered the secret of immortality. No, I mean, this would be a great day to do it.
Immortality.
There you go. Tell us. Fair enough. Okay, but if that's it, that would be the meeting for today in a very limited team, but we're still cool because we're cool. We're like the coolest meeting. We're the best meeting you can have online on Mondays. That's it. I mean, you know, even if it's like one person.
The other day meeting for ammo.
Precisely. Okay, so thank you very, very, very much, and talk to you soon. We're around for the whole week, so you know where to find us. Talk to you soon.
Have a great week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.